Who's a grown-ass man? You're a grown-ass man, okay? You're a grown-ass man, right?
Man, it's an oldie but goodie. The return of grown-ass man. What? And grown-ass lady. 834-0937. We're going to open up the phone lines officially and talk about the things you can't do as an adult. It's frustrating. Adulting is tough.
What are the
Harder
things
than they told us it was going to be, that's for sure.
you can't? Did you come up with this, Bob?
Yeah, I came up with most of the good bits.
And it's a great concept. What is it? Something you still haven't figured out even? at your age that you wish you knew?
It all sprung from the time I realized I couldn't make coffee in the company coffee shop. I have no idea how many scoops of what you put in what. I don't know what that paper thing is. I think they call it a filter, but there's different sizes. I don't know how much coffee you put in a filter, and I don't know how the machine knows how many cups it's making. There's a lot to navigate there, but there are people in the building that make it look easy.
They do, by just doing it.
Yeah. So I just don't want to ruin a whole pot by trying it.
Yeah.
So I just don't drink coffee at work. I have an espresso at home. It's one button. It's good enough for George Clooney. It's good enough for me. But that's what kind of started Grown Ass Man. There's other things I feel like I didn't know, like how to make small talk at a party. Not good at that. What are some of the other examples we can throw out there for people?
I'm a grown-ass man,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to give medicine to children.
Oh, yeah, right.
When my kids are like,
Even
I'm
when
sick,
it's the children's version, I'm confused. They give you that little cup, but you can't read the writing on it.
and I feel like,
Shouldn't I just fill it up? They gave me the cup.
well, my kids are like, well, I like the pill form of this, but I don't like the pill form of that, and I don't like the chewable, and I don't. And my wife usually handles it. And I have allowed that so long, not allowed, you know what I mean? It's not like we had that. I think I have hidden from having that responsibility for so long
Right.
that occasionally when I'm just with my kids and they're like, I'm sick, I'm like, yeah, well, get a blanket. Like, I don't know, and I'll bring them medicine, and my son will look at me and he'll be like, what is this? And I'm like,
Just take it, kid.
it's medicine. And he's like, but that's not my medicine. That's not the medicine
not
I
the right
take. And I'm
color.
like, look, here's
I drink
the thing,
the purple
dude.
medicine,
Here's
not the
thing.
green medicine.
Your dad's an idiot. I don't know how anything
Yeah.
works. Your mom's not here. You're screwed. She went for the weekend. I can't call her because if I call her, then it's admitting
Right.
that
So
none
you got
of
to
it.
help me out, bud.
Yeah, we can't. Here's the deal, buddy.
Don't narc on me.
Do you want to admit to mom how quickly this house falls apart when she's not here?
Right.
Because it gives her a real sense of satisfaction.
Right.
And I don't know if we need her to have that. So you need to work with me here so that when she comes home, she goes, I didn't even hear from you guys. I go, well, yeah, we got it covered.
And
We
by the
got it
way,
covered,
you're
girl."
wearing your sister's clothes. I'm sorry I put the
Don't worry
those
about
on
that.
Your,
Yeah.
You put those on your bed. Don't worry about that.
Dad, why am I eating kibble out of a bowl? Because everybody eats the same when mama's gone. We're all going to have the kibble. Shut up and eat
You're
your
gonna
kibble.
like it. You're gonna like it. I'm trying to think of something I've had
admitted
recently.
I can't swim. I can't, really ride a bike that well. And then I still don't know really. Like yesterday, I heated up some pork and peppers and even some green chili sauce. And I ate some.
Yeah.
There's still some left in the pan 4 hours later.
Is it
I
still
just,
good?
I just turned the burner back on, had it for dinner.
Cook all the bacteria out.
I told you I'm built different. Let's go to Jim. Jim.
Hey, morning, guys.
Morning, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
You're a grown-ass person. What can you do?
I really have not the foggiest notion what shape my fingernails and toenails are really supposed to be.
Oh, you're a man.
This
That's
is a
tough.
good one.
You don't want to have
You know what I'm
French
saying?
tip toenails as a man,
You got
or even a
nasty
woman
toenails?
for that
But-
matter. I don't.
I know there's like a right, way, angle and shape and but I'm kind of like, okay, well, they're long and then they're short.
Right.
And in theory, they're not snagging on my socks when I'm putting them on. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, you're
otherwise,
supposed to file them. I don't, because I lost the little file tool.
How round are they supposed to be?
How much white should be
I don't-
showing?
Yeah, I don't.
I agree with you. That's why I just
I
bite
see
mine off.
people- You see pictures and you go, "Oh wow, that dude's fingernails look like,
Well, he's a hand model.
And then you see guys where you're like, no, that ain't right. But I know I'm somewhere kind of in between there, but
I
The
know
other
the
thing-
ladies are grossed out by long fingernails and toenails on dudes.
Be a man and
Yeah.
get a manicure.
yeah,
let
okay,
them
I'm not
decide?
paying for that. I'm just, I
Yeah.
mean,
I
like
get
mentioned, I'm a
that.
cheap grown-ass
Here's,
man.
can I give you a hint?
Absolutely.
You're probably like all of us. We don't want to pay for manicures, and also a manicure
No.
feels uncomfortable. But how about this? Bite the bullet. Get one manicure in your life.
Take a picture of
Take a
it.
picture of that,
Then you'll-
and then follow whatever that was, because generally speaking, that's probably going to be a lady that does the manicure, and you got to assume that they're making your hands look like what they're supposed to look like. Just take a picture of that on your phone, and then try to remodel it all the time. That's the only suggestion I have, because I don't have the answer for you either.
don't
I've
either.
never figured this one out.
And how are you handling your toes? Are you just letting that
Yeah.
your freak flag fly on
Put
that?
boots over those. Nobody
No,
sees
you know,
that.
You just, like I said, you go, oh, hey, look, my toenails are too long, and then you cut them, and you go, okay, now they're not too long, and that's kind of, I mean, that's the extent of my expertise.
Yeah, I know when to cut my toenails. Like, whenever accidentally my feet touch my wife's legs in bed and it draws blood,
yeah.
that's when I
Oh,
know
yeah,
that it's
yeah.
time to cut, right?
Right.
Or just rolling over in bed, you're tearing the sheets or whatever.
I don't like it because I'll get if you let something grow too long, you'll snag on a blanket or something and it hurts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The thing is, though, if you let a toenail, especially like a big toenail, grow long enough, then it makes an excellent scoop for bean dip. So,
But I'd never be able to get it anywhere near my mouth.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can feed it to other people.
well, yeah, of course, it's far better to give than to receive.
Look at
Remember,
that.
my man?
And they say
Absolutely.
chivalry's dead.
Well, sorry we don't
Thank
have
you.
any answers for you on this one. This was
guys
this
are
one
no help at
escapes me.
all.
Sorry, man.
This
At least I'm
escapes
not
me.
the only one.
Just start biting them. All
Nah,
right,
just
later.
bite 'em.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I'm the nervous type.
I'm nervous. Let's go to Joe Callback. Let's go to Marcus. Marcos.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Marcus.
Glad to be part of this award-winning show right now.
Thank you.
I got one here. I'm a grown-ass man, and this is embarrassing, but when it comes to units of measurements, I don't know exactly which one. If you say 2 by 2, I don't know which one is length and which one it's width to start with.
And it's not accurate. A 2x4 isn't exactly 2 inches by 4 inches.
That's true as well.
It's more like 1.5 by 3.5 or something weird like that. I don't know when they.
But
If I
he's
hear,
just
like,
saying-
8 by 10, 16 by 24. I have to, like, which one's the long one? Which one's the wide one?
Yeah, you're saying if you were ordering on Amazon and said the package will arrive and the package is going to be 15 by 14 by 32, you don't know what that looks like necessarily. And
100%.
if
And
I
have to, yeah.
I think height is usually first.
is it length, width, height,
and then
length,
depth.
height, width, and then is height. What's the difference
There's
between
no
width
length.
and depth?
Depth is back, like, this
Yeah, the
like
third
that
number
way.
is really that's way too far deep for me. Even the first two trip me up.
Yeah, if
I don't think there's any standardization in this. I could be wrong.
Well,
If height, I think if you look, maybe we should go to Amazon and look at dimensions on things.
well,
I think
an
height
8 by
is always 1st.
I'm going to assume that the first number is left to right and the second number is up and down. Just because of an 8 by 10 is 8 across the top and then 10 along the side.
If it's if it's not landscape, if it's what do they call it? Not when it's not landscape.
Portrait?
Portrait. That's portrait mode.
Right, but then that would
But
be a 10 by
landscape
8.
mode,
A landscape would be 10 by 8.
I don't think it works that way.
Hey, but
though.
here's what I would do. I'd look at whatever they're talking
I've
about.
never heard anybody say
and
10
then
by
see
8.
what the long side is and then match that one up with the long. Oh, but it's 2 by 2. Ooh, now you're doomed.
I would just marry a real man and get him to do it.
Yeah, try that. See if that works out for you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Marcus. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be a safe space. We're not supposed to.
There was a great
Make
skit
fun.
on Saturday Night Live this weekend about weights and measures. Why it was George. I can't do it justice, but it was George Washington talking to the men about freedom
Yeah.
at Valley Forge or whatever by the
Yeah.
campfire. And he got in this whole thing why we're fighting the British is to have our own
Measurements.
weights and measures. And then he went in and he brought up so many things that were just hysterical.
That
like
sound
why
crazy.
did that sound crazy when you really break it
Yeah,
down
Yeah. It really is.
about the way we do money and weights and measures. So
Let's go
enjoy
to
that.
Robbie.
Donnie,
Donnie, what's up?
my biggest thing that I can't do right now is it's hard to figure out how to print a piece of paper when you put it in the printer, if you put it in the right way or where it's going to print out.
Wait a minute.
I'm 100% with you. I know what
You
he's
don't
saying.
know if the inkjet shoots up or shoots down.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the promotion one and use that one. You don't know where it's coming
But
out.
also sometimes when it's not when you put the paper in the paper tray, but sometimes you're just trying to put a single piece of paper in a printer. And I don't know if it should go in portrait or landscape sometimes to print what I want it to print.
Right. Yeah.
That is so frustrating.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
tough.
Do you use that often? Do you have a copier at work or?
Well, I only print maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but it seems like every time I do it, whenever I print, it comes out blank. So I need to flip
This
the
is
other
the
one around.
issue. I print a piece of paper maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, max. And I think that's why, and I will always be like, hey, next time remember, so you never forget. But the next time it comes to it, I go, oh, I don't remember. I know that I hung. You know what a gap wrench is for a spark plug? They're not expensive. They're $2.
Right.
But the last time I bought one, I was like, I know I have one of these at the house. I'm tired of paying $2 every time I get a spark plug.
Where is it?
So the last time I bought one, I made a point of, because there's a hole, and I made a point of putting it somewhere. And I remember clearly using a piece of string so that I could hang it up so I would never forget it. Last night, after I got back from the auto shop, I couldn't find it, and I had to go back to the auto shop
And get another
to
one?
get another
now
one.
you got 5 of them.
And then I didn't even realize once I got home, the plugs I got, all pre-gapped. They were already measured correctly anyway, so I didn't even need the damn thing.
Says it right on the box.
Right on the box.
Pre-gapped.
Right on the box.
Let's go to.
Can you trust another man to gap your plug?
No.
Thank you.
Not in 2023. Let's go to Floppy. Floppy, a hero of the city, now working for Hero. How's the traffic out there, Floppy?
Man, it's horrible.
Fantastic.
It's horrible and it's cold.
Wonderful. Sounds.
But
Sounds
yeah,
delightful.
so I'm a grown ass man, and I struggle whenever my wife asks me to wash something. I struggle with knowing what setting to use in the washer because my caveman brain just wants to put it all on normal.
Yeah, what
Right.
the
I know
hell
she
is
wants to know
perma-press anyway?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
All I ever pay attention to is like the temperatures, and I wash everything in cold. I rinse everything in cold. I don't know if I'm supposed to be. That's just what I do because for some reason I've decided in my brain that heat is dangerous, and so I just set it up for that and then walk away. I don't know either.
And there's 2 settings for the soap, too. You can pour in a regular amount or max. I don't know which one. How dirty do my clothes have to be to do the max thing? I don't want to admit that they're that dirty, so I just do regular.
I never even fill up to the.
Oh, you do
to the,
pods?
I don't even fill up to the regular amount. I always
Oh.
do less than that because for some reason in my mind I've decided that soap is what's messing up. Soap is making my clothes wear out sooner. I know that's crazy, but that's how my brain works.
But
Well,
what
you might be
clothes are
right.
you wearing that you want to preserve for a museum? That
I buy one shirt. I'm keeping my clothes the same way I have my truck. I want a minimum wardrobe. I buy what I consider to be quality pieces that will last, and I'll keep the same clothes for 10 years.
Wow. Okay. That's
What do they call that? Besides cheap?
frugal,
Thrifty.
No, there's some like where they say you have a something wardrobe,
stanky,
a pocket wardrobe, or
minimalist.
yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Floppy.
What
That's
is
a good one.
delicate?
Thank you.
'Cause I just want to throw.
I don't know what
I
delicate
throw
does.
my ego in there.
Let's turn to our intern, ladies.
Do you? Yeah, not true. You don't. Do you buy a lot of clothes? Do you update your wardrobe per season?
Here's the thing: is that I never know what size I'm going to be, because I'm losing weight now, and so I don't really buy huge wardrobes at a time. I'll buy a shirt, and I'm
Really?
like,
Because that shirt looks like it's huge.
it is. Was.
So you got in it.
Lady interns, hoopity hoops, as well as Breakfast Club. Is there anything as adults, and y'all are adults according to the
Law.
here in Texas? Is there anything that you can't do as an adult?
As grown-up persons, are there
What-
things that still befuddle you?
Change a tire.
Change a tire?
All right.
Yeah.
You're forgiven a little bit, I think, because you're a lady, I think.
Whoa. Wow. Sexist much?
Sometimes I do wish that my dad just randomly taught me how to do it in case I were to pop a tire on a highway. Because my fear, and I think about this all the time whenever I'm on I-35, it's like, what if it's like the middle of the night and I pop a tire and I need to switch it? I have to wait for someone to pull over. Because like I'll be like in the middle of like Austin to like San Marcos and just wait for a long time for someone to show up.
I'm going to tell you.
Or I just like YouTube it.
Honestly, well, yeah, you can get the answer on YouTube for everything now. But I will tell you that if it's the middle of the night on I-35 where everyone's drunk, I don't know that I would try to change a tire on I-35 because I would be worried that I'm going to be killed by an idiot driver.
Yeah.
Do you even know if you have a spare tire or not, ladies?
I
do.
think I
Because a lot of
do.
Not all
vehicles,
cars have
a lot of
spare tires
vehicles don't
anymore.
have spare tires anymore.
It should
And
be in
do you
the
know if
trunk.
they're inflated properly?
Yes, and I know how to change a tire too.
There you go.
All right.
She wins. She beats me.
We'll do that.
Wow.
What about
I
you,
can't believe you
Hoops?
just body slammed breakfast that
I
way.
did not mean to.
I thought you guys were friends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We are.
Maybe we can try sometime.
Teach me.
Okay.
Right
try.
now.
We'll
after
call her.
after the intro.
I'll go slice her tires outside, and y'all can go change them.
That should be one of the projects you do. You guys should do
How to?
an IG reel of you teaching her how to change a tire.
Showing her what a lug nut is and
Okay.
what point of the car you have to put the jack. You know, you can't put the jack under any part of the car. You know that, right?
I say I
You
know
could
how
bend it
to,
in
but I
half.
don't know if I'm confident.
Most of it's good.
I've watched. My dad taught me.
Okay.
It's like you have to know.
I will say
I feel like I
this.
could figure it out. But
We all do a lot of things in life we don't have any confidence about, and we seem to manage and get
it'll
through.
be. It's fine.
Just lean into
He'll
it.
just get you in
Just
the
come
zone.
play.
So do you have anything where you're like, I still can't figure this out, and I don't know why, and it upsets me?
Oh my gosh, there's probably so many.
Do you guys do
things.
your own taxes?
I do TurboTax.
TurboTax.
Okay.
TurboTax.
I just don't understand what taxes are. Like
Yeah.
I understand them, but it's just like
I'm a dependent, so my dad just
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
does
What?
it all.
Hell yeah.
Dependent.
Right? Like
I'm still dependent.
Yeah.
I think if like you're still in college.
Do you have a
can still be
part-time job
dependent.
though? I mean, do you have a job?
You still have to file for your
Part-time.
job taxes.
If you live in the house,
But
I feel
I
like
can
pretty
claim.
much.
You can claim your
They
kids
still
as
can
dependents
claim.
and get that extra $2 Are you not claiming your kids as dependents?
Not the
they-
ones that
'cause
make,
they are.
Not the ones that make money. That make
Really?
money.
Oh well, that's stupid. You're losing out, dude.
How do you claim a 24-year-old as a dependent?
Because
if
you
he has
tell
a
your
job?
you tell your kid, hey, I'm claiming you as a dependent.
File like that.
Do you still pay health insurance for your kids?
Yeah.
Well, then they're a
They're
dependent.
I don't understand. Yeah, so you're just paying their bills in
Percentage-wise,
their
I don't know.
name?
I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
Hey, look, it makes their taxes go up, but screw them.
yeah.
Let's go to a lady on
See,
the line.
I'm a
We don't like
grown-ass
to
man.
keep,
I didn't know that.
to keep them waiting.
Yeah.
And since it is a lady, the name on the caller ID is correct. It's Kristen. Kristen, thank you for paying for your bill and being an independent woman.
You're welcome. I just wanted to call and say that you were looking for the word sustainable. You have a sustainable closet.
Well, no, somebody
say
the
yes.
other. Okay, yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so
Thank
much,
you,
Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it.
We love it. We love it when the ladies call in and
Thanks,
correct
guys.
us.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Kristen. She showed you. Let's go to this next caller
All right.
who is on topic. Sir, you are a grown-ass man, and what can't you do?
I can support my kids and my girl.
That's got so sad.
God damn it. I'm sorry. It was a rough patch. I was just wanted to say about the type of the word you were looking for, I think was musty, but now I think the other one was better.
What?
Closet wardrobe. I'm the same
sir.
way. I buy clothes and make them last until they rip. And even
Right. You got to invest in mothballs.
falls off. We do have those, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I think that's a case all around. Sometimes you
Well,
got to
we're
get
not
an extra
nearly as
job.
sorry as your kids are.
And sometimes, look,
I do my best.
yeah, hey, the brown Santa will come around, and that's me
Yeah.
coming around your house.
I go get medicine for the fiance. Everyone's sick but me, and I'm next.